Palantir earnings, they're coming up. So Palantir earnings are coming up, and anyone can ask a question. There's a let me just pull it up. Here's an article I did on this, and there's a link in that article. I'm going to open it right there, and you can ask a question based on that link. But before I open up the link, what were some of the questions you guys have been thinking about in a more serious manner that you guys do want to ask Palantir?
Did you guys hire Sachin? Because I haven't spoken to him in a little bit, and he seems to be at Palantir headquarters all of a sudden, like chumming it up with the Palantir guys in the UK. So I just want to know, did y'all hire our boy? That's what I want to know.
This was what are we expecting to see in the next 6 months? This was the stupidest fuck. Who the fuck asked this? Like, and why does it have 1,700 people? Like, what type of idiot says what's gonna move the needle forward? Imagine you had one question to ask Alex Karp. He's like, so what's gonna move the needle forward for your business? Motherfucker would be like, growth? Like,
where have you been?
Like,
no, but Karp is gonna give like a 30-minute answer to that question.
Karp would be like, so the philosophical nature of how 6 months continues. So 6 times 30 is 180. So you need to calculate for that, right?
So like the Milky Way exploded.
For the next 180 days, we need to have an interrogation around the nature of existence to make sure that we have a perpetual desire to, as the children say, grow into our own true, authentic selves. Like, it's like, no, bro. Like, we need content. So that was one question. And then Jackson had a much better question. This is from Palantir Vision. Can Alex Karp present a long-term master plan that explains strategic goals, product development, and more detailed financial guidance? Now, I thought this question was okay. I think what Jackson is trying to get is what Elon did for Tesla, right? Which is this master plan, and everyone can like hold Elon accountable to this plan. What do you guys think about that? Do you think Palantir needs a master plan to kind of keep going forward?
Bro, they already got a master plan, but they ain't sharing it with nobody. And that's how you're supposed to conduct business. Art of war, son. You don't tell nobody what you want to do. Like, you don't come at Google and say, hey, Google, I'm coming for your business, or Amazon, I'm coming for your business. It's literally like, oh, yeah, we're small. Don't worry. Our total addressable market's only $100 billion. You know, you guys are cool. You guys are going to always be trillion-dollar companies. Lo and behold, in the background, they got applications and programs ready to go. They're going to disrupt the hell out of everything. So this question is going to be answered with a non-answer, and inside he's going to be laughing his hat off, be like, yeah, I'm coming for these fools. You know.
Oh, that's a good point. I can see that. Yeah.
I mean, if we did have a master plan, it would be interesting because I don't think, like, again, they don't have a consumer product. So Elon's master plan is a little bit different. You can really see how they get there. They make more cars. People buy more cars. They save the world from gas vehicles and from climate change. Palantir has this whole Western freedoms, democracy. It's a much more nuanced mission. B2B enterprise software. Like, it's hard, I think, to see a master plan. Cam, what do you think? Or Emmanuel, you're going to go for Emmanuel, then Cam.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say, well, yeah, because he could keep it nuanced. So you are right there, Amit. If he does give a master plan, he could do play the violin and say that he's here to save the world and give a few steps on how he's going to do that. So I appreciated Chris's point, but he could then still give a master plan and keep it general enough and doesn't have to come after Google and say, hey, Google, we're coming after you. He doesn't have to draw a sword on that. And then I was thinking when you said Elon, when Elon did it, he said like his master plan, let's say the master plan 1 was to attack electric cars. At that time, nobody had electric cars. So maybe simpler for Elon to make a master plan because he wasn't directly going after anyone in particular. So that is the difference there. But I guess he could still do one. You know what? Like he did those shareholder letters, he could come up with one in a master plan.
You see the guy that just got on the Gil factor? Dude, I swear to God, I read that as Gilf actor for some reason.
You've been watching too much stuff, Chris. I don't know what you've been watching. You've been a master debater this weekend. Cam, how about you? What are your thoughts?
I'm not a fan of the question. I mean, I'm with Chris. You're not going to share it, but I think the master plan's unfolding and the biggest thing is just to be there and be ready. Just like when we were evacuating from Afghanistan, the program was ready to get the evacuees out, within less than 12 hours. And that's the master plan, is for there to be a disaster, and we're there, like, immediately, and nobody else can be. And I feel like we're already achieving that. That's my thoughts.
I agree. This question was stupid. Where do you see Palantir in 3 years? Like, what type of question is that? So generic, nothing. Well, Palantir to do to reduce air dilution. This was already answered. Like, I think this person just doesn't know about how deeply they answered this question. Last one. This one's a good one. Now, I think they're going to say this without us needing to ask it, right? Like, it's the elephant in the room. Right?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna say that. They're not gonna say, "Yeah, we're profiting off a war." Like,
no, but they're gonna. But like Sean mentioned in the interview that the Ukraine stuff accelerated business objectively.
Yeah. No. You definitely do that, but you don't say by percentage. You don't give numbers. You say we support the Ukrainians. We never bring out how much money you're making off of conflict. That's like literally recipe for disaster.
Oh, that next question is fire, bro. Why should I increase or hang on to my shares?
That's some of Chad's questions.
Yeah, that's
No, you know what Palantir needs? They need an investor day where we all just can get together in New York, just get fucked up, just get drunk. That's all I'm saying. Like, throw a Palantir bag holder party. Call it, look at Elon, right? Always does like these events and stuff. So, dude, do an event for all us bag holders, you know?
Nah, we gotta go to Chris.
I think we're gonna get one.
We gotta go to Chris's condo. He has a condo in the city. We gotta all get.
I do. Y'all are invited anytime you want to come, dude. Come on over.
Look at this. Are there any talks of new what? When they say talks, they're like, so are y'all like on the phone with the DoD? Like, do y'all have some new content? Like, what type of stupid fucking question is that?
But what about on your video, Amit, where you asked your subs to ask the questions?
Let's do that. So let's do that. So I did.
There was one in particular I saw and I liked it. Actually, it was a good question. I can't remember which one.
My video was that I think collectively, if I ask the question and everyone in my community upvotes it, then we'll actually get something that's not a stupid fucking question at the top. This is gonna be demonetized. I don't care.
The good news is they don't answer the top voted ones. They kind of hand select which questions they answer.
Yeah, but at least if this got like 4,000 upvotes or something, like maybe.
No, I'm just saying the stupid ones. At least they're not going to answer those.
Yeah, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, so let's go to my YouTube and let's. I actually haven't checked it since I posted the video.
But imagine Karp reading those questions like, these are the questions you guys have for us. All
right, so the one that has 37, I would like to know how they are actively trying to modularize Foundry and how they're rolling that out. Okay, that's decent. That's pretty decent. Next one, what process does Palantir sales staff utilize to help industries, corporations understand how Foundry is different from competitors? How are you relaying the fact that your software is unrivaled? This is not bad because they're talking about a sales question that's relevant because they just hired 200 salespeople. So it's kind of like, how are you communicating the difference between you and everyone else? Now, I think they've talked about this already, but not a horrible question in terms of the sales.
So to that, this is what I'm getting is that they're basically getting so many phone calls and so many like people wanting Palantir that I don't even think they're at that point yet where they're like, they're not cold calling people and they're not like, people are calling them and demos and everything else, they're on back order.
Dude, they've been using their LinkedIn presentations as ways to generate leads. The only thing is that LinkedIn video sharing that's out there, it just sucks, dude. I don't know why. Yeah. Like every time I've logged on, that shit's crashed more than a few times. Bro. So I think the next one that I saw, they're actually using WebEx for instead of using
They should use Zoom and pump some of Kathy's bags, bro.
Yeah, Amit, that's one of the questions I liked. What's his name? This guy, Biplav. I liked his question. How many new sales reps have you hired, and has this helped Palantir scale the business gain? So that's good. It's like keeping them accountable. Did you actually get salesmen? And if you did, are they helping increase the numbers?
I agree. This one has 15. Is there a freemium product that Palantir could provide the average reach? So this is like a consumer question.
No, but that's good. That's a question that I think even a lot of people who I've spoken to said, hey, I would love to just try this product and see if it's something that could be incorporated into my workflows. Like, you have to have some level of freemium out there so that you can attract people to it. Right now, people don't necessarily know and can work on it. The one thing I will say is that CodeStrap was able to hook up Seattle Data Guy to Foundry, and I want to see that review because I think both of them are very intelligent. They know what they're talking about. If they come to a consensus, especially Seattle Data Guy, who was a former engineer for Facebook, if that guy can give a little bit more clarity and lend his endorsement to this, I think that would seal the deal for me in terms of like data science, because I want to see more people who are actively using data science or have used data science in their careers, and then give me a what's the word, like some level of conviction, right? Because I don't necessarily work with data all the time. I have applications that I use that are very data centric, but not something that I use all the time. So I need people who are on the other side of that divide, that are actual data scientists, that are engineers, that are building products, and them giving their feedback. The other thing is, same thing with Coach Rep. He did a video with Foundry for gaming. They had some really interesting points. A lot of their conversation went way ahead, way above my head. But literally, I was sitting there, and as they were talking, I was looking up, like, okay, why do they do this? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, why did they do that? Blah, blah, blah. And it just goes to show you that there is a huge level of intricacy that goes into this software and these tools that Palantir has kind of built. And I think we need to see more endorsements. I want to see more people who are using the product put themselves out there, and outside of the company folk that they just kind of put in front of a camera and say, okay, say something nice about Palantir. Dude, I hear like indie guys like Coach Strap or Seattle Data Guy, guys that are YouTube creators, guys that are just, your run-of-the-mill average guys like us who are objectively looking at this, not because we have some level of commercial partnership with Palantir.